What is up, guys? Michael Lee XRP, and welcome back to Fiktxun Crypto. Today, we have a very special guest, Evan Ryer, co-founder of BR1 Metaverse. Thank you for coming on, Evan.
Thanks for having me, Michael. Excited to be here. How do you want to kick things off today?
Well, I think it would be great if you could give us a proper introduction and a little bit of a background of who you are and your experience in this field.
Oh, yeah, be my pleasure. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Evan Ryer. You may know me online as Ryan Ever. So you just switch the first two letters of my first and last name, and you can find my Twitter and other online socials. My background academically was in the accounting space, but I left that long ago and was poached by some of my clients to build some very cool Bitcoin mining projects. I pivoted into the cloud gaming industry for a minute. And then ultimately, about 4 years ago, I set out on the pursuit to build an esports tournament and betting platform with my best childhood friend, a handful of other colleagues. And we built this software and web platform really that enabled you to enter different tournaments online or bet on your performance in video games. And we would automatically track your stats in those games and secure the payouts. So maybe you would join a tournament on our website, hypex.gg, and you would enter like a Call of Duty Warzone kill race. And you would go and play on your Xbox, and we would automatically track your stats, no download required, display them in the tournament. You'd see what place you're in the tournament based on kills, and we'd secure the payout. Very cool. And I sold that company in February of last year to a public company on the TSX called Intema, who recently rebranded to React Gaming Group. And I stepped down as the CEO. So when I sold the company, I stayed on as the CEO, and I stepped down from my CEO position in October of last year to concentrate on building our Web3 gaming company, Bravo Ready, and really finishing the build of our flagship game, BR1 Infinite Royale, which is the game that is highly anticipated that we've been talking about and how we met Michael. Excited to dive into the nitty-gritty detail of the project and myself, but I think that is a strong, brief intro. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that was a perfect background. I appreciate you giving such a detailed explanation for us. I, for one, have a lot of faith in BR1 as it is, and it's a lot more solid for me whenever I know that the founders have experience in this field and operating a video game company. So we appreciate that. Uh, I'd like to know how exactly you and John founded BR1. You know how that idea came about and the creation happened.
I guess that, it was over a year ago when the idea first came to be. In our own pursuits, it's always fun to fantasize, and being in the video game space, wasn't it comes as a result of passion. I used to play hundreds if not thousands of hours of video games, a lot of MMORPGs, a lot of shooters. And what was disappointing was, that time is wasted when you quit RuneScape, when you quit World of Warcraft. Yeah, you could sell your account, but there's no real secondary market value or liquidity to those items in the game. And I always fantasized about, you know imagine every single log that you cut in a game as you leveled your woodcutting skill, or every single piece of ore or armor that you forged, or monster that you killed and you got loot from. All of that was immediately transactable on a secondary market. If you spent an hour in a game, that time won't be wasted, and maybe it's worth $15 an hour, $20 an hour. And that was our major inspiration. And we started off with a concept of a game with a map where you would pay to spawn, and the game never started, never ended. You'd spawn into it and just play. And we built off of that. And from there, we invested capital in building the first proof of concept for BR1 Infinite Royale. And here we are now with 30,000 people in our Discord, 1,200 or sorry 10,200 on our Twitter, and a sold out Genesis collection of eager participants.
Indeed. I have yet to see a battle royale game of this caliber at all. To be honest, I've seen some games that they have battle royale, but it's not as realistic as this one is. The graphics aren't as real, and they're more, I guess, cartoonish, which is cool for sure, but this gives you more of that authentic first person shooter, realistic type of vibe, and I'm sure that's why a lot of other people are drawn to it.
I I agree. We're always looking for that additional level of thrill when it comes to playing games. And as we age, right? I'm going to be playing video games for the rest of my life, and I'm sure many people feel the same way. It's very important that you have that additional level of thrill and excitement to that gameplay, and that is where we seek to provide.
Most definitely. And I'd like to pull up some content, some gameplay for the viewers to see. Where would you suggest I find?
Well,
Where's your favorite piece?
we find a lot of really strong video game clips directly on our Twitter. If you scroll there, that's a great one. I think that may be a firefight between me and a colleague of mine right above it.
This one right here?
Not the first one, but any of the ones after it. That is our oldest video. So you're definitely going to want to see something a bit newer with some of our more refined functionality.
Let's see. I love this skin right here. I believe this is the droid skin that actually changes in the light.
That is one of the droid skins, yeah.
Wow, I can't wait for that next collection.
Droids soon. For now, we concentrate on providing value for the alpha guys, getting them all into the game, taking their feedback, improving the UI and the UX, and just continuing to build.
Most definitely. And right now, there's actually a vote going on to decide what the rarity will be. And I believe that the apes are just leading by like 80% or something.
Right now, so we're holding a vote on what the distribution of the rarity of the operatives will be. And it looks like there's a sweeping vote for the apes, but we will see because not 50% of the holders haven't voted yet.
Wow.
If we hit 700 votes towards the apes, we'll actually close it early.
Got you. Yeah, that it's funny how long the whole hype around apes and NFTs in general has stuck around.
100%. I think apes are critical to the ecosystem. What's really cool about our drop is we're doing a mid reveal. So you have your BR1 operative now, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, is in 7 days, we're going to update it. And the silhouette of the character is going to be representative of the operative that you got. And then we're going to do another main reveal. And then your operative will turn into your actual operative, and you'll see its associated physical attributes, the aesthetic attributes.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the actual aesthetic and the features, to see what I actually what I'm getting. I know everybody else is excited. So while I'm looking for the piece of content that I have in mind, go ahead and let us know what your vision is for Bravo Ready 1.
Well, I guess it goes without saying, our number one motivation is to build value for gamers and create global economies of scale where people can play video games, get paid, and increase the experience for everybody involved. What the hell does that look like? Imagine in East Asia, there are participants playing an open world MMORPG, gathering resources and making $7 to $30 USD an hour for their commitment. And then in the Eastern time zone across the world, when people get off work at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, or I'm speaking for myself, I guess 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and they go to play a game, instead of them grinding to get into it and dealing with, that it's like there's always that grind when you play a video game, when you hop right into it. You can buy those resources immediately and hop into the game and play with your friends at the capacity that you want. I'm very happy to pay $50, $30, $10, whatever it is, so that I can immediately play the game the way that I want to play it. And this immediately gives us that opportunity to buy those resources, be it if I'm playing a game like Rust. Are you familiar with Rust?
I am. I believe it's like an open world. It's like an MMORPG, right?
It's an open world MMO where you gather resources and build a base. As opposed to you hopping into a game, grinding for 2 days to build that base, you can immediately buy one or buy the resources to build one on an open market. This is really exciting for guys like me who value the time that they have to play games.
Right. Most definitely. And in theory, someone could make minimum wage or better, playing this game if they are skilled, that is, right?
That is correct. So if you're maintaining a positive KD, I have a 5 KD on Warzone that translates like hundreds of dollars an hour playing a game like this.
Wow. A 5.50 KD, uh that is nothing slight.
That is nothing to yeah. We like our shooting games, but I'm actually a bigger fan of the MMOs personally.
Yeah, I definitely like both. I'm definitely a first person shooter type of person, but I appreciate all types of games. And I believe the content that I'm looking for um was right around here. I'm looking for, oh, here we go. I believe this is it. Perfect. And I love the rolling. It's my favorite aspect.
Oh, gameplay is incredibly tactical. The intention is such that your heart is going to be beating out of your chest every single firefight you get into.
Most definitely. Wow. And the
So what's
main,
really, hey, go ahead.
I was gonna say the main appeal to me is just how much y'all already have done. I'm so much more confident in a project, whenever I can see, the product right in front of me. And man, y'all already have so much done. The mechanics um are flowing, very well. I haven't seen any kind of lagging, glitching, just,
Well, they're there. We're happy to admit that, right? Developing technology is not easy, but we're doing very good at it. We are making, we're moving ahead faster than we ever had anticipated, and we're always incorporating improvements. We work with our user base to get the appropriate feedback and ensure we're taking into account to deliver the best game possible. Can't do this alone.
yes, sir. And I'd like to get into how will BR1 provide value to holders as well as the greater community. I know that we've already discussed the play to earn, the secondary market, and things like that. But I'd like to start off getting into the nitty gritty of what benefits the holders have.
So if you're a BR1 Genesis holder, you immediately have a 5% profitability increase on any of the kills any eliminations that you create in the game. So traditionally within the game, when you kill other operatives, you earn the greater of 10% of the consideration that a user used to pay to spawn. When you are a Genesis holder, you retain 90% of your earnings. So that is a substantial increase. And if you're a gamer guild, that could be the difference in what you actually pay your skull. In addition, there is breeding and renting mechanics. If you're not using your character, you can rent it to other individuals. They play with that character and you participate in an active revenue generating opportunity. There is breeding. So if you hold a Genesis, here's some alpha for you. Genesis and Gen 1 characters appear like they will be the only characters that can breed.
Wow. And how
The
have y'all
Genesis
decided?
Sorry?
Have y'all decided how many times they can breed?
There is a finite amount. The Genesis characters do have a preference, and we're going to release all of that in our white paper later this week while we fine-tune all of the details with our partners.
Awesome. And I must say that the renting is just an amazing feature. Truly, because we know that this project is going to gain steam. We know how popular battle royales are, and what you guys are doing is a true disruption of this entire sector. So it truly is only a matter of time before, uh, the top gets blown off of this thing, and everyone and their brothers finding out about this.
I agree, and that is the intention. We are trying to push the frontier of gaming and Web3 in general. And excited to have everybody involved.
Most definitely. And I for one, cannot wait to be streaming this game.
We can't wait to have you stream it. What's really exciting about this, again, if you're a streamer, it's very hard to build your following and make money at the same time, right? You know, you have to put in the hours and you're not famous immediately. This gives you an opportunity to stream a game that's very exciting, at the same time potentially generating revenue.
Exactly. And I currently have one BR1 operative. I will be acquiring another one as soon as possible because I obviously I want to be able to participate in the breeding. And the main thing is I would like to be able to rent out one while I'm playing with the other. And I just think that's an amazing feature.
Can we go take a look at the BR1 floor right now?
Yes, we can. Y'all pointed this out on Twitter, but it's very important to note uh, once this loads how many people actually have theirs listed. It's been under 5% the whole time. Like I've been checking it every single day.
We have never been higher than 4% listed of the total supply. I'm excited to see where it loads right now. It's like watching your screen load is just such anticipation.
You're telling me.
Literally loading on my side. I can't wait anymore. It's killing me. It's taking a minute on my end too.
Goodness gracious. I believe the floor is still at 3.65. And yes, it is because I have it filtered from low to high.
Perfect. Incredible. A 3.65 floor with 60 listed, so less than 3% of the total supply.
That is a true indication of the conviction in this project and just how tight those knuckles are around the people's NFTs.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
It sure is. And let's go ahead and talk about the guilds that have just been sweeping the heck out of this floor.
So we have been working with different guilds to build their tokenomics for the project or economics of the project. They are incredibly intelligent groups that have actuary mindsets. They understand the APY on early participation in Web3 games. And what we decided to do is, to provide them value is build gamer guild and scholar based UI so they can monitor the performance of their guild members. They can allocate operatives to their guild members, their scholars, based on their performance. And this should result in the greatest ROI for them in their endeavors as gamer guilds. So we're really excited to roll out that gamer guild and scholarly renting based UI. Scholarly renting, what's really cool about the renting mechanic is you don't give away your NFT, right? You stake your character and the other individual, the renter, receives a token that enables them to call your character within the game itself, within the Unity environment. So this is really cool. You retain ownership of your NFT and other people can use it.
And by renting it out, you are then guaranteed 50% of the renter's earnings, correct?
Not 50%. There is a fixed passive rev share. But we're still, again, we're going to cement the details of that and share it with all of you very shortly in the white paper.
Gotcha. That's awesome. And right here, BR1 percenters, it's really cool that we had a gamer guild dedicated to BR1, that just emerged with the game. I know that had to be something exciting for the team.
Well, dude, I was incredibly excited. I thought it was one of my friends playing a joke on me. But to see a gamer guild form completely around our project and for other individuals to have actually done their research and these people interviewed us before making these decisions, and for them to have sat down, cranked the math, and it to be almost similar, if not identical to the math that we suggested, definitely proves that there's a lot of committed people, a lot of people paying attention to this space that are excited to help us build and continue to build in the right direction.
So for those of us that aren't familiar with guilds and what they are, could you give us a little breakdown and insight into that?
So gamer guilds are groups of investors that identify very talented esports athletes, which they refer to as scholars. So guilds bring on these scholars and they give them opportunities to participate in Web3 based environments for an active rev share themselves. Maybe they're entering different esports tournaments and they're splitting the rev share. Maybe they're playing Axie Infinity or using BR1 characters and actually splitting their earnings.
Got you. Thank you for the clarity.
Appreciate you.
And are there any partnerships that we should know about?
There are a lot of partnerships that are currently underway. We do want to play our cards close to our chest, but for the sake of the conversation, we are going to announce this week that we brought on Parzival as a new advisor to the BR1 project. And maybe you want to navigate to Parzival's Twitter. It's a very well-known name in the Solana-based gaming space, a very niche ecosystem. He has a lot of experience in product and video games outside of Solana as well. And he's going to ensure that we are paying attention to our community's best wishes, developing a kick-ass game, and really making sure it aligns with gaming culture today. We don't want to lose sight of that. And it's important to bring people on to make sure that you are staying within your roadmap and framework of the project and aligning with people's expectations.
Wow. And which one of these would be his?
Parzival, P-A-R-Z, sorry.
Got you, Z. Ah. Wow. He's an ultra runner. Very cool.
So what are you thinking?
So Parzival must be an established member in the community. Could you give us a little bit? You gave us a little bit of detail, but maybe some more background on his activity in the community. What he's known for.
So Parzival hosts the most popular gaming spaces on Twitter. He does have like a significant background in games already. He's a gamer himself. He's a father. And by bringing him on board, we need to concentrate on game development. And by bringing him on board enables us to have an ear within the community and make sure that everybody's voice is being heard within the project.
Yes, sir. That's very important. It's very clear that y'all are community centric, and that's very important to members of the community, that their voices are heard and that they, that value is placed on them, that they know they have a role in this and they get to actually contribute to the development of the game and the ecosystem as a whole.
100%. Our community is one of the most important things to us, if not the most.
And there was something that I noticed. One thing I want to point out is that y'all did do that the build for macOS is complete, and I think that that's awesome. Especially the fact that you don't have to, have boot camp. You don't have to boot camp your Mac to participate. You can just plug and play, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. And we're also mapping out game controls now if you want to play on an Xbox remote.
Wow. Y'all are truly killing it. I even mentioned to my friend yesterday who actually acquired 2 BR1s yesterday and another one today. So he is obviously, very ecstatic about this project. But yeah, that's one of the things that I mentioned. I really think that it was a smart move for y'all to have the Mac OS interoperability, and that people don't have to upgrade their software, they don't have to boot camp their Mac, that they truly can just download the game and play. I think that is a very big upside for sure, because I actually do have a MacBook Air myself. So, as somebody that doesn't have a PC, we really appreciate you.
Appreciate you. It's annoying because I travel all the time with my Mac, and I'm like, boys, I need to play. So we expedited, we made it happen.
Amazing. And there was one more thing that I had noticed, that it's a part of the advantages of being a Genesis holder. I believe it was that we have access to the team. Um, I remember seeing it.
Yeah, so you could book a call with any member of our team whenever you would like.
And that's amazing. You know, you really don't see many projects doing that. But the fact that y'all have that, you know, you make yourselves available to the community for a one-on-one meeting to make suggestions, ask questions, and even apply to be a part of the core team. It just shows, you know, once again where y'all's head is at in this space.
I appreciate you, man. It is not easy, but we're so happy that we have just such an incredibly dedicated community to keep us motivated.
Right on. And looking down my criteria or my bullet points here. Um, so you said that the white paper will be getting released later this week.
Exact. That is the intention. Bear with me. Give us a couple days if that's not the case, but it should be out this week based on my understanding.
All good, all good. And you said that y'all are onboarding alpha testers one by one.
Right now, we're currently doing it one by one, where we have the alpha testers sign an NDA because they are receiving our build, you know, the associated build of the game. So the onboarding process has been slow. Definitely, people are not responsive on their emails as fast as they are on Discord. But we are looking to make it a bit faster. We're going to integrate it into the Discord so that we can get everybody in without breaking our heads, truthfully.
For sure. And whenever I do get cleared as an alpha tester, would I be able to stream that content, or should I? Would y'all
Oh,
like
100%.
to? Amazing,
No, we'd love to have you stream.
amazing. I will definitely be doing that. And if you want to give me the fast track to that alpha testing, I would not be mad.
We'll see what we can do for you, my friend.
My brother, yes, sir. And I'm trying to see. Okay, the open alpha. So the open alpha will actually be available to everyone, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
And the open alpha, what is the timetable looking like on that? Are you thinking the end of March or possibly April?
The open alpha, I'm thinking at the end of March or mid-March, but we are going to drop additional updates on that just so everybody's informed and give them, you know, the most amount of time. The gamer guilds actually get early access, so they're going to be able to practice with their scholars and before a lot of the other participants.
Wow. And so I guess gamer guilds are kind of like today's clans, right?
That is correct. And so these are much more organized clans led by gray-haired investors looking to participate in the Web3 gaming ecosystem without playing themselves.
And so it would probably be advantageous for gamers and streamers to be joining these guilds, wouldn't it?
Oh, 100%.
In that case, I may have to start looking. And BR1 percenters is probably the first place I would look.
Well, BR1 Percenters is a German-based gamer guild. Was really excited to meet the owner. Incredibly cool guy. And he's very resourceful, built out some really cool technology to help us determine wallet size and distribution. And we're going to leverage those tools on our web platform coming soon.
Wow. That's amazing. So it's very clear that the community is welcoming y'all with open arms, and you know, the energy is very good here. And I've noticed that you actually you're active in the Discord, in the live chats, you know, during the daytime when you're getting things done, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, we're active every day. You know, we want to make ourselves available. It's important that the community can talk to us if they have any questions. If you have any yourself, you know where to find us.
Yes, sir, most definitely. And if y'all haven't already checked out my latest video on BR1, I will have that linked in the description. Make sure y'all check it out. It's a solid, in-depth review of the project.
I appreciate you and I appreciate your time, Michael. It was fun doing this today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time, and we, the community, appreciate what you are doing. I myself have been wondering, when uh, a battle royale game would emerge in this space, and my wishes have been answered. So I'm thankful to be a part of this, especially in the beginning stages. Clearly it's something very special, and I am excited. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm excited to have you as a member of our community. If you have any other questions, you know where to find us.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, Evan. Shout out to the other the co-founder, John, and shout out to the rest of the team, the developers, the designers. You guys have done an amazing job, and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Definitely teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great rest of your day, Mike. We'll speak soon.
Yes, sir. Right on, brother. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Michael Lee XRP and special guest Evan. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Peace.